What's up guys? So I have an interesting video for you guys today. I'm going to be trying out the Pennies slash Primark. So Primark European wide, Pennies in Ireland. It's the shop that has everything in it. Everything and anything you can think of, and it's cheap. And they have their own makeup brand and it's very cheap. So I wanted to test out and see if I could find stuff for me that's really pale. This is the face that I came up with and I'm actually surprised. So you'll see how it looks through the video and how things work and what I don't like. There is a few things that I do not like that I used, so keep on watching. Okay, so I got my Mickey Mouse ears on, or pirate Mickey Mouse ears on, and I'm gonna get going into these products. So I do have the prices of everything because I still have the receipt, and I pretty much have everything for a full face that I can use. The only thing I have on my skin right now is moisturiser. I just used the Vichy Aqualia Thermal Rich Hydration Cream in the squeezy tube. I just used that one, so that's all I have on, and I'm going to pop on a bit of primer. So let's dig into this little bag. So I haven't used any of these products, and this I didn't even know they do. This is a range that they do in Pennies or Primark. It's called the PHR range. It stands for Perform, Hydrate and Recover. It looks like this. It's like a slight minty green tinted primer. I got it because it says hydrate on it and it's a primer, so that's all I need to know. It says cooling recovery primer. This was €4, so everything in this is like super cheap. It says it's gel based, and that's kind of all it says, so it doesn't really say anything else. I'm assuming it's gonna hydrate and hopefully keep makeup on. It's got a little pump. I'm just gonna start with one pump first, just to do most of my face. Oh, it smells kind of like orange. So that one pump did like this whole portion of my face. I'm just gonna pop it on my forehead. I have you slightly zoomed in as well, so that way you can see up close how things are looking. Okay, so that feels quite nice. It's not balling up, which I find some new primers tend to do on my skin. Feels nice, slightly tacky. I'm not hating it, We'll see how it wears. So for foundation I brought two products because I didn't know which I would like. I got one, My Perfect Colour BB cream in the shade Porcelain. It was €4, and I got the My Perfect Colour Velvet Finish foundation. It says it's €6, and I also got Porcelain in that because I'm pale. Really pale, I'm the same colour as the wall. BB cream says Complexion Perfector Light to Medium Coverage Dewy Finish SPF 25. And the My Perfect Colour Velvet Finish foundation says it's medium to full coverage, customizable coverage, second skin effect, SPF 30. So I think I'm gonna go for this one because more people would gravitate towards this sort of thing. But if you do want me to do a like first impression sort of video with this guy, I will, and we can test how it wears as well. So it's a little dropper. Hopefully this colour matches me okay. I'm going to use my Reliable Expert Face Brush by Real Techniques because I find it gives you really nice coverage. I'm not expecting this to cover everything because I don't like it to cover everything. I like to go in and pinpoint where I want the bit extra coverage. So I'm going to see how it covers like marks from spots that I have, but not actual spots that I currently have. And hopefully the colour works out. Colour is perfect. Oh my god. This is the one thing I was worried about because I have to go to work with this on. I don't have time to change my face after work, so this is where this one blemishes. You can see there it does take down a good bit of the colour. It is quite a raised blemish though, so it won't take down the texture, it'll just take down the colour. You can see the product on my skin because it is that bit heavier, but I'm not mad at it. Okay, so on to the brows. I'm going to zoom you in for this bit, but I'm going to show you the product first. This is the brow pencil. I got the shade Light, and this is only €150, by the way. This is all in euro. €150. It's got a little spoolie on the end. It's got a little pencil on the other end. This is one thing I'm quite scared about because a lot of blonde brow pencils tend to go very orange or quite green looking, so I like grey tone, so hopefully this guy works. I don't know. We'll see. So before I start anything, I'm just going to brush with the spoolie. Just get them into a nice shape. Okay. Okay, the colour is actually not too bad. It blends quite well with my natural brows. The product, however, is very waxy and soft. It's like it's melting into my eyebrow hair. So it's gone on quite heavy. The product itself is actually going on heavy. I'm definitely going to be brushing the life out of these. I feel like because it's so soft it gets blunt very quickly. So you can't really get a sharp like end like I did there, but like I'll have to sharpen it to do the other side now. Colour I can live with, yeah. Not the best colour in the world, but I can live with it. Sorry, I always look quite angry. I've got this like dimple right here. So when I'm like concentrating, it really shows and I look really angry, but I'm not actually angry. Don't worry. Like I can actually feel the product in the hair. I can feel it, like right now I can feel the product in my hair. Okay, so you can actually see now what I'm talking about when I say that blonde brow products aren't always great. The front of my brow looks green, the tail of my brow looks green. It looks green. Like I don't like these sort of products where the colours just aren't right. That's why I use the Inglot eyeshadow in 358. Because it's almost a pure grey, but it does have a brown tint of it, but it's grey essentially. So it's great for blondes that are slightly on the ashier side. Okay, so now that my eyebrows are looking sufficiently slightly green, one thing that they did not have in Primark, or I couldn't find in Primark / Pennies, is eyeshadow primer. So I'm just going to use good old Urban Decay. And this will actually be a good test to see if the eyeshadow palette that I bought, which is actually a really nice eyeshadow palette, can be made even better with a good eyeshadow primer, which that was always my theory behind things. If you have a good eyeshadow primer, your eyeshadows should be better than they were. So let's go in with this guy. And I got a spot right here and it's so annoying because I don't want to put concealer over it because I don't like putting concealer in my eyes, like on my eyelids or anything like that, but like that is so annoying. Okay, I've zoomed you back out again to show you this palette that I got. This was €6. €6 for an eyeshadow palette. This is the Urban eyeshadow palette. They had 3. They had one that was like purpley colours, they had one that was warm browns, and this guy. I chose this guy because it was the weird one of the bunch. I'm over warm colour eyeshadow. I'll show you what it looks like. There is a little card that tells you the names, which I will use. And these are the shades. So you got a nice mix of colours here. My favourite one, which is weird, is the neutral one, is this guy here. It's like the same colour as my skin, maybe a little bit deeper and slightly sparkly. So I was trying to figure out what I was going to do with this look, and then I thought, hey, let's let fate decide. So I downloaded the Decision Roulette app and I put all the colours into it. Kind of match the colour to them as well because I like doing that as well. I'm going to give it a spin and whatever comes up I'm going to use, and I'm going to decide myself where I'm going to use it as well. So let's give this a go. So we've got Mulberry. Okay, Mulberry is this red sort of shade, like a rusty sort of colour, this one here. I have a feeling it's going to be a warm, smoky eye. I'm going to zoom you in now, and I'm just going to kind of show you as I get them. I'm not going to do the spin each time, that's just going to take me too long. I'm going to apply it to the outer corner of my eye, not all the way into my crease, just the outer corner. Ooh. A little bit of fallout, but that's fine. Okay, let's give it another spin. We got the shade Merlot, and I'll show you what that looks like. So Merlot is this deep shiny purple here.
I'm just going to darken this outer corner and almost use that red like a transition shade, just to layer it up a little bit. See, this is kind of metallic, so yeah, it kind of works. I'm not opposed to putting shimmers in my crease. So I'm just going to focus that in this very deepest part. So the next shade that we have is Rust. And Rust is this guy here. So it's like a camel brown. So my camera cut off because I forgot to hit record. I just took Rust on a 217 brush, and you can see it there. I just applied it on this inner portion of my crease. I then spun the wheel and got the shade Labyrinth, which is that one there, which, if I just show you, is the brightest blue in the palette. Yeah, cool, no props. We're going to do the typical with the blue, and we're going to put it on the lower lash line, yay, because that'll be the only way I know how to make this work without killing this whole look. So we're going to apply this to the outer third, nearly halfway in. So we got the shade Khaki next. That's actually fine because I know what I want to do with this one now that I've put the blue on. I got this one, which is the really dark green, so I'm going to pop that on the inner portion. I'm just going to use the same brush. I'm just going to wipe it off. The only thing is, if I had known, obviously that's the whole point of this, you don't know. If I had known, I would have put the green in here and the blue in here. But sure, look, we're here now, aren't we? Okay, Saffron. Saffron, okay. So Saffron is the bright orange, just here, beside the green. So as you can see on this side, I've applied it to the center of my lid, and it is pigmented AF. Okay, so we got the shade, you can't really see it there, but that's Willow right there. So Willow is this guy here. This is the one I'm most excited about out of this palette, ironically. So let's see, where can I put you? I may put it... I'm gonna be really boring and put it as my brow highlight. Even though it's not light enough for that, but sure, look. It is a little bit deep for a brow bone highlight that I prefer, but it works. It does have sparkle to it as well, so it does actually shine when it hits the light. It works for me. So we got the shade Marshmallow. Marshmallow is the white. The really shiny white in the palette. So I'm going to use that as my inner corner highlight. This actually came together better than I thought it was going to. Now usually before I do my inner corner highlight I would do my concealer, but I want to do that after, so I'm just going to do it now. I can add more to this if I need to. Oh my god, I actually got it. I actually got the one I wanted next. I got Ambition. Yes, Ambition is this gold and yellow sort of shade. Yes. Okay, I'm going to use the same brush I used for my inner corner highlight because it's small. And I'm going to take Ambition and I'm going to pop that right next to my inner corner highlight. Right there. It's not, like, I can still see my skin through the colour, like it's fine. It's not the most coverage, let's just say. Okay, I'm actually leaving a little bit of space in between the orange and the gold for the last colour. But before I do that, I'm going to take a little bit more of that and I'm going to pop that on this inner portion here. Just to blend that green with the inner corner highlight. And then the last shade that we're going to use is Mirage, which is this peach. And I kind of wanted that one first, but I got it last. But that's okay, I'll get over it. I'm going to take the same brush I used for the orange that I put on the centre of the lid. I'm going to take a bit of Mirage. It's a matte finish, and I'm just going to pop that between the orange and the gold. Oh wow, okay, that is way more pigmented than I wanted it to be. It literally covered up the whole orange. I'm going to take a little dab of the orange again. to bring that back in and blending it in with the peach.
I like it. I'm liking this. I actually do quite like this.
Okay, I'm just gonna clean away. I'm just gonna clean away any fallout. Wasn't really that much though, maybe more from the shimmer shades, but not really. Like the blue didn't fall down at all. I'm happy. So my verdict on this palette is I actually quite like it. I think it's well worth €6 anyway. Definitely worth €6. Not every shade works as like expensive brands do, or more expensive brands, or more well-known brands even. But I do like this palette. I think definitely if you're like kind of younger and want to get into makeup and want to have a range of colours, get this palette and the other 2 palettes, all 3 of them. What would that cost you? €18 for 3 eyeshadow palettes that have 10 colours in it? That's a bargain. And you have kind of everything you need. Mix of textures, really pigmented for some, not as pigmented for others, but I do quite like this. So let's move on. So I'm going to move on to liner, and I'm using a felt tip eyeliner. Not mad on felt tip liners, like this guy, but this is all I could find other than a dippy one that had a felt tip, so I thought this would be better because this would be easier for me. We'll see how this goes. I have swatched on my hand. I did swatch while I was in there and I couldn't get the thing off my hand, so that's good. But I'm going to zoom you back in and we'll do some liner. See, it's quite thick, but it has a bit of a bend in it, but not much. I'd like a bit more bendiness in it. I'm sorry, I'm not talking. I'm very concentrating right now because this is harder. I'm not a felt tip person. What I will say is I can feel it absorbing some of the eyeshadow, so it's not going on like completely smooth. Like, I don't know if you can see that now. I went back over that one area and it lifted that entire chunk off. It actually won't stick to that area. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh Jesus, no. Okay. I don't like this eyeliner. I'm gonna stop here and I'm gonna do the other side before I tidy this, and then I'm gonna go back over with my own eyeliner because I still have to go to work like this, so yeah. But I don't like this eyeliner. It's not my fave. Like, look, you can see it's like hardly even applying. I don't like having to press down. So the other thing I'm going to put on that I didn't get from Primark is the Inglot Soft Precision Liner in number 20. It's just a black. It's just nice and soft and creamy. I'm just going to pop that in my waterline. You can see now I went over with my Physicians Formula liner and that looks so much better. Okay, and then to finish off the eyes, before I put lashes on actually, I'm going to use the Lash Contour 3D Curl Lengthening and Mega Volume Mascara. And the wand looks like this. So it's like short, stubby little spikes on this side and then longer spikes on this side. I'm going to just do this. You can see there are long bristles on one side and then really short ones on the other side. So we'll see how this goes. It's going to be hard for you guys to see because I do have liner on. I should have probably done this without liner, because my lashes are not long. Okay, I don't know if you can see there how it looks. Just do the bottom and then I'm going to do a second coat on top as well just to see if I can build it. You can build this up. I actually quite like this mascara. I was surprised. This is something I automatically thought I was going to hate, but I actually like it. And we'll see how it wears under here as well. I'm going to let my mascara dry and I'm going to use concealer now. I'm going to zoom you back out a little bit. Now this concealer, I don't understand the packaging. I don't get why this is like this. This is really weird and it's unnecessary.
and it's just bad for the environment in general. So I got the PHR, so the same range as the primer. So the Perform Hydrate and Recover Hydrating Concealer in Porcelain. So that my under eyes don't go cakey. It looks like this, but this is what I don't understand. You take this off. This has got the shade written on top. You take it out, so you have this, and then you open it. And I don't understand why that part was necessary. I don't get why you couldn't just give me this part. I'm just drawing. Hey, it's not the worst colour. It looks like it's really perfect already, but it's not. I need to blend. So let's blend that much in. I'm going to just do what I normally do and use my finger. Okay, it's still not really super brightening, but it covers. Yeah. I can live with that. I don't need white under eyes. I don't like white under eyes anyway, so this is fine. Okay, so I'm happy enough with that. I'm going to go in with some powder now. So they had like a couple of different powders. They had loose powders and they had like banana powder and they had rose powder and rice powder. And then I got the pressed rice powder because it's the shade that matched, and it's the only one that they had really as well. This was €4. It's just in a little compact like this, and it's lighter than my face, which I like for my powder. So I'm going to go in with a Real Techniques blush brush because I love this for powder as well. And we're going to do the dab. So I'd usually set almost my entire face. I don't really set under my eyes because I don't like how it looks when it's set under my eyes. I'm wondering if I'll need to because I'm using a stick concealer though. That looks nice. Okay, so I didn't get a contour anything because they only had a palette and I don't use a full palette and they were way too dark and way too warm for me, so I was like, no, that'll just be redundant because I will hate them anyway and I won't even give them a chance. So I just went for blush and I just went for highlight then. So I got this guy here, is $3.50. This is a highlighter, but for me I'm going to use it as a blush. It's called Peachin'. It looks like this. When you open it, it's like this like rose gold coppery sort of shade. So it's quite shimmery now, but I'm okay with that. I'm gonna use a little elf brush, I think. Just a little elf blush brush. May not need a highlight. Oh god, okay. Actually, quite like this. It's nice. Ooh, it looks really nice on camera. Looks even nicer on camera than it does in real life. Yeah, you don't really need a highlight with this. Now for highlight, actual highlight that I'm going to add on top, which I don't really need, but sure, look, I bought it and I'm going to use it. This is the Glow Contour and Highlighting Kit. It's not a contour kit, it's a highlighting kit. They're all metallic. Don't use that as contour. I could have actually used one of these as a blush, but sure, look, I bought the other one first. So it looks like this guy here. Now this one, not a hope is this going to work on me. This one, maybe if I do actually get a bit of tan in the summer, maybe. This I could use as a blush, but I'm going to use this one today because it's white and I'm white. So yeah. The shades are Desert, Glimmer, Eden and Firefly. Well, you can see the colours better there. So this is like copper basically. My friend Vicky will love this one, but she wouldn't use any of the other ones. See, this is what I mean. When you're only one colour at all times, if you don't wear false tan, most of the shades in these don't work for you. So unless you're a makeup artist, which is what I am, there's no point in having one of these. And even at that, I still don't really use all of these shades. So just buy one. Buy one, like I'll only use this, so I would only buy this one. I may use this one, so I may buy this one. But I probably won't buy them too, because I don't like those tones on me. And that dark one just does not work on me. So same with contour palettes. When you've got like 4 dark shades and 4 really light shades, but only 2 of them work for you, why would you buy a full palette? That makes no sense. Unless you're a makeup artist. I'm going to go in with the MAC 133 brush. Really nice. Sort of similar to the e.l.f. blush brush, but a little bit smaller. I'm going to take the shade Desert. I don't know why it's called Desert when it's white. It shouldn't be called like ice or something like that. Maybe that's just me. So to add to my beautiful highlight I already have going, I'm going to pop a bit of this on top. Oh lordy me. I'm so metallic. Jesus. Okay, so the face and cheeks and all are done. I'm gonna zoom you back in and do my lashes. So I found these ones. These are only $1.50, and these are the wispies. They do actually look quite like the Ardell wispies, not the demi wispies, the normal wispies, the ones that I prefer. They do actually look quite like those, so let's give these a whirl. So these are the lashes on. I like them. I do like them. I have a couple of things that I don't like about them, but I still like them. They're very long. Look at that. Look how long that is. Yeah. Like when I go like that, when I look up, I can feel them in my eyebrows. They're really long. But if you like a long eyelash, that's fine. They're not too thick, which I do like. They're nice and fluffy. They're quite nice. They're not heavy. The band is quite thin on them. What I don't also like about them is they're long here and they just stop. They're not wide enough for my eye. So they should make them a bit longer so you have the option to cut if you need to, rather than it not being long enough and you can't do anything about that. And also it doesn't taper in here. It just kind of stops. If you can see it there. Just stops, and that's kind of it. Same on this side. It just kind of stops. But look. They look nice. I'm okay with that. So I have a couple of lip colours. Let me zoom you out. I bought kind of one of each. Lip pencils don't exactly match. I tried, but I couldn't. So I've got this shade here, which I'm not going to do. Is the Kiss Proof Liquid Matte Lipstick in the shade Slay. It's just like a berry shade. I will use it in a future video, but I'm not going to use it now because it's going to be a bit too much, I think. To try and match that, I got a red pencil. This is the lip liner pencil in the shade Scarlet. This is the one I think I'm gonna use. Maybe, we'll see. I might use the other one, we'll see. Also a liquid matte lipstick in the shade Shadow, which is like a mauvey, browny, nudie, pinky shade. And then to try and match that, I got another lip pencil, same texture, in the shade Rumor, which is like a rose shade. So let's try the nude on and then we can try the other shade on. Okay, this lip pencil is gonna be a lot warmer than the liquid lipstick, but that's fine. And into the liquid lip. Oh, okay, this is a lot more grey than it looks. I may actually use the other one. Okay, it's very liquidy going on. Actually, no, I quite like this. I like this lip colour. I'll use the other one in another video. Like I was saying, it's quite liquidy going on, so it's a bit hard to control. Oh, Jesus. It's a bit hard to control. Okay, so I'm gonna go fix my hair. And then I'll be back to show you how everything looks all up close and the bat y'all. Alright guys, so that's your finished look. I am so glowy right now. It is not even funny. Y'all will see me from space. Look at that. Jesus. Okay. I love this lip, by the way, and I really like it with this eye makeup look. I'm going to tell you a few bits about my favourite things that I got and not so favourite things that I got. So let's see. So my favourite things that I got would probably be, firstly, the foundation. I actually think it's a really nice foundation, especially for €6. This is a bargain. This is actually quite nice, and I will definitely be using this in future videos and in my daily life. It's an SPF of 30, so it's great for every day. And I am going to do a video with the BB cream and see how that goes as well. Next thing that I loved was the cheek highlighter that I used as blush that was super metallic. This guy. So pretty. So pretty, and I will definitely be using this more so in the summer, but I do quite like this. And then the eyeshadow palette. I was very, very impressed with the eyeshadow palette. These colours blend beautifully. I would happily go out on a night out like this. I'm happily going into work like this, so I like it. Now, on to the things I don't like. You probably know already what they are. First thing is the brow pencil. I think it's a bit too creamy, so it kind of just sits in the hairs and you really have to brush through the hairs to get it to look like hair, like normal hair, and not like it's gunked up. And I can actually feel the product in my brows as well, which is weird. And the tone is not right for blondes. This needs to be a lot more grey tone for people with my sort of hair and my eyebrow hair. Like if you had like metallic, or not metallic, platinum hair, you ain't got a brow pencil and pennies to work with. So they need something more grey toned, a little bit more ashy. This works for like honey blondes, like warmer blondes. That's what that works for. It's really nice for that. Just not for me. And this one you'll definitely know that I don't like, because I couldn't even use it. This was the felt tip liner. Nope, don't even go for it. It's not worth it unless you're not wearing any eyeshadow and you can do your eye in one swipe. It's not going to work for you. So not a huge fan of this. So yeah, that's my like hits and misses of the Pennies stuff. I am surprised that I like more than I do. I liked everything else, but those are my favourites out of everything. So yeah, I'm going to check in later on and see how this wears. I'm not going to touch my face up and see if like the powder lasts. I'm really liking how my skin looks though, so we'll see how it goes. Alright guys, so this is about 9 hours later. I've just come in from work and literally just walked in the door. So I'm just going to give a little update on how everything is wearing and how everything looks. Let me get my mirror and have a little up close look. So the foundation is kind of worn off, like this big blemish here and a little bit here. It's creased in my forehead, but like that happens with most foundations on me. It hasn't really creased here, which I've been getting a lot recently with a lot of my foundations that I love. It's kind of missing from my nose because I've been wiping my nose because I was out in the cold. Eyeshadow stayed on perfectly because I put Urban Decay primer on with it. Brows, still not mad about the colour, still don't look defined enough for me. Although I did get asked what brow pencil I was using, so someone liked it. I don't know, I'm not mad on it. It kind of looks like they're about to melt off my face. Lashes stayed on fine, didn't have any issue, they weren't irritating my eyes. Lip I actually didn't touch up today. I was so tempted at some points to touch this up, but I didn't touch it up at all. And it has actually worn very well. Like, it's wearing off, obviously, but I've eaten lunch. I've been talking to people all day. I've been drinking drinks all day, of water, obviously. And, like, I'm just going to zoom you in so you can see. Like, I'm happy to still walk around like this without touching my face. My under eyes haven't creased, actually. They have a little bit, but overall whatever. I'm still happy enough to wear this. Like, if I had to go out after work, like if I had to go out after work, straight from work looking like this, I'd be well happy to go out like this. I'm so happy. I'm so amazed by this lip, and it was really comfortable as well. My lips didn't actually feel that dry, so I'm so excited to use the darker shade in this lipstick texture, because I think that would be quite nice. And if it wears that well, what more could I want in my life? Excuse me. But yeah, I am quite impressed by almost everything that I used on my face from Primark / Pennies. I feel like it's well worth the money because it's so cheap, it's so inexpensive. If you're literally starting out and don't know what to buy, get those bits because you'll learn how to use makeup through them. I taught myself how to use makeup through some of the cheapest makeup that I had, like pigments that cost me 50 cents here and there, actually, that I bought in Primark as well. This before they had their whole range that they have now. So I feel like this looks amazing for me. I'm so happy with this, and they are products I will continue to use in videos and in my daily life as well. I'm so happy to use these products. I'm well impressed. So if you did like this video, give me a big thumbs up below, hit subscribe as well, and leave me a comment down below what product you're more interested in, what product you think wore the best maybe, or a product that you don't think looks good on me right now that I may think looks good but you don't think looks great on me. So leave me a comment of one of those, and also suggestions of what you want me to do in the future. I like this sort of style of video. I think this is quite fun and it's a little bit different from what I normally do. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye!